Reverend, as you all know, we have 3 officials.
And they showed up on time.
They have been assigned by the NBA. Nick Booker in his 16th season, Dedrick Taylor in his 14th, along with Clyde Mulla, who's a non-staff official. Clyde's been working in the G League, and he's a regular in the G League playoffs. Glad you're with us here on Monday night as the Grizzlies and Pistons open up the preseason. Jalen Wells, a 3, it's through.
A little dribble handoff there, one dribble into that pull-up 3 comfortably.
And he guards Cade Cunningham on the other end, who pulls up and hits the mid-range jumper. Cunningham, a career-high 26 points per game.
In the starting lineup that you expect will get playing time even when the regulars come back. So it's nice to see some extended run from him and Landau with a big block there.
But Isaiah Stewart, he's a big physical body, good shot blocker.
And the association.
Ty Jerome coming off a big year with the Cleveland Cavaliers a year ago. Harris, straight line drive and a right-handed punch.
I got the Pistons bench up. Whenever the old vets get up and put it down, then the team will respond.
Landale will try a 3 and put it in. Jock Landale.
So the defensive side, and both of these teams will get up defensively to pick you up full court while pushing it the other way.
Jalen Wells rings the bell from downtown. Wells shot 35% from distance a year ago, and the Grizzlies 5 for 5 from 3. Meanwhile, the Pistons, who relied so heavily on the 3-ball last year, they're 0 for. Pippen against Sasser, yes, and the foul. Harris Levert, topside 3, bricks off the back iron. P.J. Hall trying to rake in the rebound. Reed takes it away. Duncan Robinson, a Wells flyby and a 3 that goes down. Vince able to play just 27 games a year ago. Sasser, shot clock winding down to 3. Holland offers up a 3 and finds the bottom. Holland averaged 6.5 points per game for the Pistons in the regular season. Pistons eliminated in 6 against the Knicks, and Pippen drains the 3.
His play here during the preseason will be something that for a lot of us is, we'll say, well, what should it be? As Cade Cunningham knocks down the 3. The mindset is right there. Now it's just a matter of seeing what it looks like on the NBA floor.
Cunningham back on the floor, drains a 3. Contra on the other end of the Grizzlies start 8 for 8 from distance. They were expecting a lot from him, and at least in camp, he certainly delivered. Jerome with a hesitation move. Landale, another 3. Down the well it goes for Jock Landale. Landale, Jerome, and G.G. Jackson.
I thought offensively they were good, but they were just as good on defense. Like out of the walk there.
Stewart, a hoop and a harm by Landale. Scoring and defending. Wells for 3. And the rebound to Thompson. Holland on a run out. Jerome back defensively, and Holland gets by him, and the Grizzlies take a quick timeout.
But because of the intensity, it forced Cunningham to try to shoot it with the left hand instead of his right hand.
Jerome had it knocked away. Landale gets it back, accepts contact from Cunningham, and puts it home for a 3-point chance. You need a good screening big, guy who has NBA experience. Okay, Landale fits the bill. Jerome, yes sir! Ty Jerome. They're looking for the hot man. Top of the board. A miss by Jerome. Thompson driving and finishing. Asar Thompson.
You don't say that any longer about the wing players that the Grizzlies have.
Cunningham and the foul.
He's good, man.
He's excellent. 10 on the shot clock for Cunningham. Turns down the Harris screen. Triggers from 3 and laces it. Cunningham with 15. And it's a 10-point game. It was a 21-point margin earlier in the period, but Pistons catching fire. They're shooting 59% from the floor, and the Grizzlies were pretty much turnover-free in the first quarter, second quarter, and entirely.
And he looked at him and he said, I like our chances. Well, the way they're shooting right now, we might.
Grizzlies getting careless with the basketball. Duncan Robinson for 3. And just like that, it's a 5-point game.
He's the one that went down to grab it and then threw the outlet pass to Harris Levert for the layup on the other end. So their star doing little things also.
A hoop and a harm for Tobias Harris.
I think Isolo is asking the official about that.
Jaden Ivey through a crowd, and that gets tapped up and in. Paul Reed, steal Duncan Robinson. Ivey, a 3, it's in, and it's a 1-point game.
What that ruling of grabbing the rim is.
6 to shoot. Vince Williams off glass. No. P.J. Hall with the slam. Former Clemson Tiger with the throwdown on the offensive glass. Lob, Cunningham
Oh, wow.
reverses it up and in. Pretty play, Cade Cunningham.
To run since then.
Cunningham with 20. Also Pippen's third personal foul. Ivy, 2 seconds, 1 second. It's in and a foul with one. Will as well. Thompson, Stewart, Holland, LeVert, and Duncan Robinson for the Pistons. Ty Jerome with a baseline floater that falls. And well, we talked about Jerome's journey to the NBA. Had a few detours.
Look at this. Steal by Jerome.
Oh, wow. Asar Thompson.
Coupling Holland and Thompson on the floor together. Good look ahead here.
Aldama. Oh, wow.
This is now where it starts to wear into which one of these teams can keep playing at the same pace that they would like to play to finish out this game.
Stewart, an offensive rebound and a throwdown. Landale, wow. Stewart with a big-time block.
Third block of this third quarter. Thompson then able to get a running start going the other way.
Detroit, one of the better shot blocking teams in the league a year ago. A lot of that was Jalen Duren. We've not seen him tonight. Caldwell Pope, a nice setup and a splash. The setup by Jerome. And Jalen Wells, only 3 of 8 tonight from 3. Grizzlies force a turnover. Looking to run. They've got numbers going forward. Jerome, a pull-up 3. Bango, down the well it goes. Paul Reed, former Philadelphia 76er. Doubled on the baseline. Shot clock down to 3. Oh, Omax with the rejection. Sasser with 3 to shoot. Dribbles into a crowd. Topside Jenkins drops in a 3. Landale offensive rebound. 10 to shoot, and the Grizzlies throw it away. Javonte Green will get a dunk.
He said, I'm trying to just make sure I'm not doing too much, and when I do too much. He said, just trying to eliminate those little things. I think he had a good start during summer camp.
Being out on the perimeter.
Yeah, because once he was shooting from 2, he was virtually unstoppable. And that's a blocking foul on Vince Williams Jr. Want to miss that, and a divisional matchup at that against New Orleans. Caldwell Pope drops in a 2.
Ja Morant and Zion Williamson playing against and a slim down Zion Williamson.
I know, I saw the pictures. I thought, is this some AI deep fake? Salt Lake City and in Las Vegas. Jenkins, a Euro step, and the Grizzlies defensively. They're at Milwaukee on Thursday. Then they've got Cleveland and home to Washington.
Whether those were threes or shots going towards the basket, that was their offense in the first quarter. A good 3 here by Hall, but since that first quarter,
The 43.
so just the combination of the two. You still, yes, you want to create the threes, but you also want to take the good shots. And Sasser knocks down the step back 3 there. A roll, drop it off to the big, and the big finishes inside. I told you earlier about Sasser, partner, more than just a defender.
When Boston is here, given the injuries, the key injuries in Indiana and in Boston, and Jenkins goes all the way to the rim and finishes. And we haven't even talked about Cleveland.
Well, you know Cleveland will be there.
Chaz Lanier.
Because right now, this is heavy on the threes for the Grizzlies and not the 2s.
Lanier laces another 3.
A little bit, you start to let the defense off of the hook somewhat if you are not continuing to put any type of pressure on them from that end. As Gigi steps back and makes that 3, the other thing you start to look at.
But the other issue, too, is the Grizzlies, Smith. Final seconds about to unspool here at FedEx Forum. Pistons are going to get the win, 128-112. Grizzlies have dominated the regular season series between these two teams as of late, but Grizzlies, a great first quarter. Ty Jerome showed well.